nothing like piping hot coffee on a cold winter's morning. Good morning from an absolutely stunning Alabama hills in the Eastern Sierra. I decided to make a quick trip up here because I was in LA visiting my dad. I hadn't visited him since I have been in California, and before I make my way out of the state, I wanted to make sure that I did see him. He's only about 3 hours from the Eastern Sierra, so I just decided to bolt up here. They've had a ton of snow, so I wanted to see this place in all its beautiful wintry glory. There was a lot more snow here a few days ago, but I'm glad to see there's still some on the ground, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's very cold, but I wanted to visit one more time before making my way out of California. I arrived here last night. The sun had already gone behind the mountain, so I just got camp set up and got my heater going and got it nice and warm and cozy in here, and just went to bed early. This is my first video from the road in the new year, and I have something cool that I want to try out on this trip. I had mentioned in previous videos that I missed not having an oven and not being able to bake, and so many of you suggested the camp oven. So I purchased one of those for myself, and I am going to try it out on this trip. I have some cinnamon rolls to bake this morning, and I'm going to make a pizza later on tonight. That should be fun. And then I'm also going to do a hike in this little bit snowy terrain. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get this oven set up and see how it works. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos, so hopefully I'll get it right the first time. So here's what we got: the oven, some baking pans, and a pizza stone. I heard that's a good hack for distributing the heat more evenly. Okay, let's see. It's fairly simple. Did take it out of the box once, and it seemed pretty self-explanatory. And voila, I think that's it. What a cool little package. It's heavier than I thought. Looks like an oven. Let's check it out. Okay, now we just have to heat it up to 400, and it's already getting warm. The oven is taking a little while to get to temperature, but it is cold outside, and I did see on a video that it took about 20 minutes. Might take a little bit longer because of the cold. I did see where some people have an insulating cover, and I can see where that would come in useful. I'm definitely taking one for the team today because I ate so much over the holidays that the last thing I need is a cinnamon roll. But if they're good, it's gonna be good. I'll go on a nice little hike later to work off the calories. Something I'll do while I'm waiting is I need to rehang my mirror. I hang a mirror right here on the fridge because I have an outlet behind me. So this is where I can blow dry my hair, and my little beauty center, if you will. The bathroom doesn't have any outlets. So yeah, if I need to plug anything in, it needs to be back here. So it's kind of the perfect place for me to do that. It fell off while I was driving. So yeah, I need to put it back on. It's just up here with command strips. Done. I just checked and the oven is almost to 400 degrees, so time to get these rolls in the pan. Just gonna make 4. Definitely don't even need 4, but let's just do this for the sake of the first try. Well, it was almost to 400 and then it dropped down again. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pop them in. It's about 350. I'll just cook them for a little bit longer, so we'll see how that goes. Well, it hasn't been nearly the amount of time it was supposed to be, and it wasn't at 400 degrees, but they are done. In fact, the bottom has burned a little bit. All right, let's check out the bottom. Oh, burned a lot. Well, I'm gonna have to scrape that off. This is going to take some getting used to, folks. Well, here they are, burnt bottoms cut off. I think because of the temperature that I am at and the elevation, I didn't need to wait until it was 400 degrees, and I could have left them in for a shorter time, obviously. But let's go ahead and taste them. I decided not to put the icing on. I don't need those extra calories, so. They may not look pretty, but they taste good. Before I head out on my hike, I need to climb up on the roof and clean off my solar panels. It's probably been about a month and they are in dire need of being cleaned off. I want to do it while it's bright and sunny right now. The temps are not going to get out of the 40s today, so it's not going to be a warm day. However, with the sun shining brightly, it'll be a little bit warmer up there. So let's get to it. Actually, they don't look as bad as I thought. There was a lot of rain, so that helped. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that the Alabama Hills is one of my absolutely favorite places, and not only for the obvious reasons because of how beautiful it is and that it sits at the base of Mount Whitney, but also because it holds sentimental value to me. I camped here well before I ever hit the road full time, and this is where I did my first ever solo car camping trip. I've come such a long way since then, backpacking and traveling solo and living solo, camping solo as a lifestyle, and that is where it all began. So it definitely holds a special place in my heart. It's a gorgeous day. It feels pretty warm right now, which is nice. It's 60 degrees in the camper, and I've just left the curtains open and let the sun blaze in there, so that's kept it warm all day. One thing I like to do when I get to camp, which I didn't do yesterday because I was just burnt out and tired from the drive, is I like to spray the inside of the cab of the truck and also the engine compartment with peppermint oil spray. It's peppermint oil mixed with water, and it's just a deterrent to keep rodents out. They don't like peppermint oil or the smell of peppermint. I don't think they like strong smells. Rodents have gotten into the cab of the truck, and they've also gotten into the camper. However, I think I've sealed off the camper pretty well, knock on wood. But I have noticed that they can still get into the cab of the truck. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray, and it usually works pretty well. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I'm going to try the oven again tonight. I'm going to try it actually inside on my stovetop. I saw somebody do that in a YouTube video. I think I'll have much more control over it. I'll be able to check it more frequently. Here's my ingredients. It's a barbecue chicken pizza. Oh, and of course, what would pizza be without mozzarella cheese? Wow, it's only been a few minutes and it's already about 325 degrees. It's been maybe 5 minutes. This is a big old honking piece of pizza dough, so I'm going to cut it down so it fits on top of this pizza stone. Okay, it is at about 350 degrees, and this was way faster than when I had it outside. It's maybe about 10 minutes. Go ahead and put it in and just keep a close eye on it. So I think I can take this out now and add the toppings. It says to pre-cook it. It's looking good, so I'm going to take it out, add the toppings, and then put it back in for, I don't know how long. We'll keep an eye on it. Well, I assembled this whole pizza and thought that I had the camera going, but I did not. So there is the barbecue sauce, red onion, mozzarella cheese, and I just used some canned chicken and put that on top. Let's check. Ooh, this is looking good. Make sure we're not burning it. One side's getting a little bit more, so I'm gonna see if I can spin this around. I think we are gonna call this done. Looks good. Success. Let's see how it tastes. Just gonna eat it right off of the pizza stone. Why dirty a plate? This is already dirty. All right, here we go. Let's see. Had to finish chewing before I gave you the result. It is awesome. I am so stoked I got this. I want to thank all of you who suggested getting this oven. I am not sponsored. I just don't have an oven here in the camper, and this is a great option. Once I fully dial it in, I can't wait to see all of the awesome things that I can make. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and start winding things down for the evening. baby, it is cold outside, but it is warm inside with my heater going. With it going, it can be in the 20s outside, and it will stay about 50 degrees here in the camper, which is pretty nice. If you're wondering how I keep my pipes from freezing, because I do not have a 4-season rig, I first of all want to make sure that my vents are open, the vent above my head, and then also I keep the vent in my bathroom cracked. And then I make sure that I open up all the cabinets that contain plumbing so that the warm air can circulate through there and keep the pipes warm. You can see though why it would be tough to spend a whole lot of time in below freezing temperatures when you don't have a 4-season rig. I'm really relaxed. I'm going to go ahead and call it an evening. I had a great day. I'm really excited about my new camp oven and the fact that I can use it here indoors as well. It opens up a whole new array of culinary possibilities for me. So that's awesome. All right. Well, I will check in with you all in the morning and say good night. Good morning. It is another stunner of a morning here in the Eastern Sierra. It's going to be tough to leave, but it is time to hit the road again. I'm all packed up and ready to go. You'll have to stay tuned next week to see where I land. I'm not exactly sure at this moment, so it'll be fun to see where we go. Remember when visiting these areas to leave no trace, leave it better than you found it, and leave only footprints so that we can enjoy it for many years to come. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys hanging out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, and I will see you all on the next adventure. See you soon. Bye-bye.